Hi there, I'm Paul from Oslo, Norway. And I don't know about you, but I have been doing a lot of walking during the pandemic. One of my favorite spots to go for a walk in Oslo is the peninsula of Bygdøy. And that's where I'm going to take you for a walk today. Bygdøy is situated on the western side of Oslo, about 10 minutes with the bus or a 45-minute walk from the city center. It has a forest, several parks, beaches, harbors, and there are nice hiking trails all over the peninsula. Bygdøy is also known for having the royal estates, and there are also several museums, including the Viking ship museum and an open-air folk museum. It's a favorite spot for many locals and visitors to come and enjoy a day off. I always get a bit nostalgic where I'm sitting now because right in front of me is what used to be my old harbor. So it's where I had my first sailboat some years ago. And I actually used to live here. I lived here for almost 3 years. So I've endured quite a few cold winters out here, but also had some pretty sweet moments during the summer. Bygdøy's royal presence dates far back. Here on by the grounds of Oscarshall Palace, built back in the mid-1800s on commission from King Oscar of Norway and Sweden. A so-called maison de plaisance, or a pleasure palace, where the royals could come and enjoy some peace and quiet. Today it's owned by the state, but at the king's disposal. Nearby is also the Bygdøy Royal Farm. Since 2004, the Folk Museum on the peninsula has been responsible for running it. Today, it's the largest organic dairy producer in Oslo and also has a riding school and various organic food production. The stable and barn is open to the public and it's a popular place for school kids to visit and see some animals. Behind the farm is the old manor house, which the king still uses as his summer residence. But summer is not here yet, and the empty guardhouse indicates that the king is not at home. Bygdøy has an open-air folk museum, one of the largest in Europe, showing how people lived from the 1500s and up until today. And if you look closely behind the trees, you can see the shape of an old stave church. However, due to Corona, it's all closed at the moment. The cafe is open, however, and I managed to get a Norwegian waffle with some jam and sour cream. Bygdøy also has a residential area with about 3,400 inhabitants. It's a quite posh area with large mansions and plenty of white villas with Teslas parked on the outside. This large timber house is my favorite. The Viking ship museum is located close to the middle of the peninsula and is perhaps the biggest attraction. Sitting outside the Viking ship museum in Oslo here, and normally there's around 20 tour buses out on the parking lot here, but it's completely empty. All museums in Oslo are closed, and that goes for the Viking ship museum as well. But next time I come here, I promise to go inside the Viking ship museum. I keep on walking towards the southern part. Bygdy holds many embassies. This one is Ghana. And before relocating to the city center, this one used to be the Canadian embassy. At the southeastern part is a collection of 3 maritime museums. One of them is the Kon-Tiki Museum, featuring the raft that took Thor Heyerdahl and his crew of 5 6,900 kilometers across the Pacific Ocean, from Peru to Polynesia. I think this is one of my favorite places in Oslo, because here you have the Kon-Tiki Museum, you have the Maritime Museum, and then you have the Fram Museum, polar expeditions with Fridtjof Nansen and Roald Amundsen. And by the way, Roald Amundsen is standing tall down by the fjord, together with the 4 men with whom he reached the South Pole for the first time back in 1911. My last stop is the public beach named Huk on the very southwestern part. It's all within walking distance, and I really enjoy strolling in the residential areas, getting the occasional glimpse of the fjord.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreamers of the shore. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. Wait for our home to show on the horizon. Soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer.
It's been a really nice day today, and I hope you enjoyed this walk out on the island and to learn a bit more about the Bygdøy Peninsula. I'm gonna head back home now in a minute, so please like the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again soon. Ha det bra!